Bought a size 7 because that's what size I wear, and it's tighter than all the other size 7s I wear. What the fuck's the matter with these hat companies? What is good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Combat and Kick It. It's your host, Bando. You already know because you watch all the other videos, so you know who it is. There's nobody else here. It's just me, your boy, Bando. Let's talk about my man's Deontay Wilder. Unfortunate events this past weekend for him. And now we are kind of looking and possibly witnessing the overall finish of Deontay Wilder. Like I said, very rough outing. Let's review this whole fight. Let's go. First thing I'm going to say is, damn. The one person that hurt the most on Saturday, was that man Eddie Hearn. Damn, dog. 0-5. 0-5. Whew. Matchroom versus Queensberry. It was fun. It was fun to watch. A lot of good performances. Bivol, beautiful performance. Daniel Dubois did good. I mean, Hrgovic, bad cardio. Didn't come in with a fantastic game plan. Daniel Dubois was doing his thing. He did well. So, shout out to him. Looks like he's going to be fighting Anthony Joshua. I think they were rumoring in September. So, definitely we'll tune into that fight when that happens. I didn't catch the first two fights. I caught like the decision after, what was it, the Ray Ford fight, I think it was. But overall, it seemed like it was a pretty good card, pretty successful card. And in the main event, you had Deontay Wilder going up against Zhilei Zhang, however you say his first name. But these two were set to collide in a huge heavyweight slugging matchup. Not really a slugging matchup, but one of those matchups where you know somebody's going to go out and who's it going to be, right? But the one thing I did not expect, now I knew Zhang was going to come in as the better boxer overall, right? He's not amazing. He's not unbelievably like slick. He's not slick like Tyson Fury, but he's big, he's strong, and he came in with a fantastic game plan to beat Deontay Wilder. Now, a lot of people have noticed Deontay is not the greatest when he's off his back foot. We've seen him get knockouts off his back foot because his power is unbelievable. But when you actually are working him and boxing him and making it a gritty fight, you know, putting your weight on him, all that kind of stuff, he doesn't have that same, he kind of like throws panic punches, it seems like. So that's basically what was happening in this fight, right? Zhang was staying right in front of him, keeping his hands up. Right, Deontay wasn't really throwing anything. He had the right hand cocked back, ready to throw, but he didn't actually throw it. That was the biggest issue. He was sitting there, and I mean, he's done this all the time. He's always sat back just like this, and he's waving the front hand, and he has this terrible jab, you know. And I'm not talking shit. I'm just saying it wasn't in this fight specifically. It was not a good jab. It wasn't looking like he was trying to set anything up with it. It wasn't even looking like he was able to find range with it. Nothing was landing for him, right? And I think that's one of the things with Deontay Wilder, where if nothing is landing for him, he's going to end up getting outboxed. And it's unfortunate to say that, but the skill sets of a lot of these guys with the boxing, overall the technical aspect of them boxing, they're a lot better than what Deontay Wilder is. But Deontay Wilder has that one, he has the ultimate equalizer, right? That one punch power. All he has to do is touch you. But the problem was, he couldn't really touch Zhang. He wasn't hitting him with nothing. If he was hitting him, he was hitting his arms. I mean, Zhang did fantastic on the defensive side, but he wasn't doing anything special. He just really was not doing anything special. So that's the crazy part to me. He wasn't doing anything crazy special that Deontay Wilder couldn't handle. That's the thing that confuses me. That Deontay has fought competition that are better boxers than Zhang, right? He went, I don't even know how many rounds with Tyson Fury. Like, I'm talking about all together in them 3 fights. I don't even know how many rounds, but all them rounds with Tyson Fury, right? Maybe that took a little bit off his career. A lot of tough losses with those, and then not only the losses, it's just the fact that you have to, follow up and see Tyson doing his thing, and people doubting you, all that kind of stuff. He was dealing with his first loss and all that kind of stuff, right? But now you watch Wilder in there, and he just doesn't look like he's got the same. A lot of people were saying the same aggression, that same fire, that same want to take somebody's head off, right? He was talking about that was coming back this fight, but I feel like every single time a fighter kind of loses that vibe and says, "Oh, I'm bringing that back in the next fight," they're not. It's probably over with, because they're losing it themselves. Not losing the talent, the skill, but that will, that drive to go and knock out another man, right? Deontay, after that one fight where he knocked out I think it was the Robert Helenius. I don't know if it's Helenius, but when he knocked him out, you saw in the post fight press conference, he was really emotional, talking about boxing deaths and stuff like that, and the dangers of boxing. And this is the same guy who a few years ago, when he was getting ready to fight Dominic Brazil, was talking about legally ending this man in the ring, right? Like, once you lose that mindset, obviously he's not really thinking about killing the man. He wants the man to go home. But when you have that mindset of, oh, I want to finish every fight, I want this man to feel the power, I want him to feel all of that, I want to knock him out cold, right? I want to make it a long, tough night, no matter what the route is, right? Once you lose that aspect of like that drive, that just intensity, when you lose that, it's hard to get it back. And he even admitted that he lost it with his last fight when he was getting beat up by Joseph Parker. And you saw that that didn't look like the normal Deontay Wilder that we know, that we're used to seeing, right? We expected him to just all right, he's getting outboxed. We know he's going to land the one shot, though. He's going to land that equalizing shot. And he never did. Never did in 2 fights. And it's wild to see. The last 2 fights, he did not get any of those. But overall, if you look at the career of him, there's nothing to say. There's nothing to, there's nothing else for him to do, I should say. 42 KOs. 42 KOs. And I mean KOs. He was sleeping dudes, seizing, making guys seize on the ground, right? And man, as knockouts and highlights that'll go on forever. He was a heavyweight champion of the world. He put on some of the most exciting fights, and he's in my opinion, part of one half of the 2 men that really brought that fire back to heavyweight boxing a little bit, right? That their rivalry brought a little bit something more, I guess, in I would say in the American aspect, and I thought it was perfect timing with the way social media has been. It was perfect timing. So that fight really, really helped elevate heavyweight boxing even more. Like, it was already up, but they made it elevate even more. So his fights and stuff like that will go down in history. So Deontay Wilder could easily retire, sit on that bet of money that he's got, and never come back again. He's got nothing to prove. He was a champion. Like I said, 42 knockouts. Can't beat it. So that's a good career in my opinion. But overall, that's pretty much it for this episode. I mean, actually, no. You know what? Scratch that. It is not the end of this episode yet. I lied. I don't know why I'm holding my arm and my hat out like this, but I lied. This ain't the end yet. This is not the end yet. I want to talk about this Mike Tyson Jake Paul thing real quick. I know. Trash. Should have just ended the video, Bando. You should have just ended the video, but instead you're talking about these guys. Look, Mike Tyson, a legend. So all love to him. Jake Paul. I can't stand Brody. I can't stand him. Yeah, I'm not a fan. No, we know this though. We already know this. I'm not a fan. But the shitty part about this whole situation with Mike Tyson and Jake Paul is we are never actually going to get this fight, right? There's no way, in my personal opinion, Mike Tyson is going to overall get cleared to fight this fight. Already have to cancel it. Had to cancel it once already, right? Because of he had an ulcer pain. Now, it's just a problem. That shit could happen to anybody at any age, right? But that's you know, that's showing a little something, right? I do not think Mike is going to end up making it to this fight. And I love Mike Tyson. It's so shitty to say that, but the man is 58 years old. And he's been in tough fights, right? He's been knocked out, he's been hit in the face. Long career of putting your body on the line, then also getting himself real heavy, doing drugs, drinking, doing all types of stuff, right? The man is 58 years old. Let him be. He is a legend, an absolute legend, right? I don't even want to see this fight. I hope it is canceled. Everybody wants to see Mike Tyson knock him out. Trust me, I do too. I've been on that page. Let's go. We're almost there. We're going to get it the month of June. Jake Paul's going to sleep. You know, once you get somebody that pulls out for an ulcer at 58 years old, you're already going to start throwing red flags. Everything about this is questionable. So I don't see it happening. I do not see it happening. Do you? Let me know in the comments if you see it happening. And also let me know what you would think would happen in that fight if it does happen. Because I know a lot of people got mixed opinions on this. And a lot of people like to call me out saying I'm not a real fan if I say Jake Paul would beat Mike Tyson. I'm not saying Jake Paul would beat Mike Tyson. Really, truthfully, the Mike Tyson, I say it in every episode, the Mike Tyson that's on the posters behind me, Jake Paul couldn't do anything to that man. Not a fucking thing. It would be a 30-second matchup. Mike will go in there, spark him out real quick. It wouldn't even be a competition. That was a different breed back in the day. He was an absolute savage. Now, I believe the savage is still in there, but at 58 years old, it's tough. Yeah, he looks in good shape. He's throwing good punches, but he is getting off of airplanes because he has an ulcer and getting fights canceled because of it. Red flags. Red flags. So it's not me saying that the legend of Mike Tyson is somebody to lose to Jake Paul. Jake Paul couldn't hold the candle to what this man's career has been. You know, and Jake Paul will never ever truly fight at that level of Mike Tyson. You know, like, no way. No way. If this was 19 to 27-year-old Mike Tyson, and give me, you know what? Give me fresh out of prison Tyson, the one that fought Peter McNeely. Give me that one. Give me that one. That's the one that I would love to see fight Jake Paul. Jake couldn't do nothing to that one. Jake couldn't beat the Mike Tyson that lost to Lennox Lewis. He couldn't beat the Mike Tyson that lost to Evander Holyfield. He couldn't beat any version of Mike Tyson. He couldn't. He couldn't beat 15-year-old Mike Tyson in the Olympics. He couldn't. It's just, but at 58 years old. But power is the last thing to go. That is still true. Power is the last thing to go. That's why we always smoking with the Tyson lighters I showed you in the last video. Tyson lighters and Tyson papers to manifest this win. If the fight ever happens, which I doubt it's going to. Before I end this boxing episode, what else has been going on? I already talked about the rumored 5-on-5. That's a possibility for Mexico versus America. The Sheik rumored it again. He tweeted about it again. So we'll see if it's a possibility. Hopefully we get it. So far they're just mainly talking about Crawford, Canelo, Plant Mangia, and Stevenson versus Cruz. 3 amazing matchups. I'll pay for that all day. I'll pay for that all day. I'll watch that all day. This fucking fantastic card. Fantastic card. But Besides that, I saw that Tyson Fury and Usyk 2 is going to be in December. I think if I read that correctly, it's going to be in December. So they're running that back. I knew that was going to happen. You knew that fight was going to happen. Regardless, the rematch was going to happen. I thought, though, if Tyson Fury won it, the rematch would take a lot longer to make. But now that Usyk won, Usyk don't care. Usyk wants that smoke. He's not one of the people that runs from it. So he'll definitely take that matchup. So overall, we got some good boxing matchups to finish the year too. So let's check it out. We'll see what happens in that one this time. If Tyson can get it done, or if Usyk is really just a better man. But we'll find out in December. Either way, that's it for this boxing episode. I appreciate you guys for listening, watching, whatever you're doing. You know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit the bell notification button so you know when the next episode is out. And I'll catch you on the next episode. Your boy Bando is out. Peace.